The Redskins have a key decision to make. Franchise quarterback Kirk Cousins for the second straight season, a move that would mean Cousins would make just under $24 million in 2017 or find a way to reach a long-term deal. Bill Polian joins us now. And Bill, of course, you faced this type of decision before with Peyton Manning in Indianapolis. How would you handle Cousins in Washington?
Well, obviously, you try to make a long-term deal if you can, because he is a good quarterback. He's not Peyton Manning. He's not Tom Brady. He's not Drew Brees. But he is nonetheless a good quarterback, and you can win with him. So you try to make a deal if you can. If you can't, you just go ahead and play on the tag. He will be a wealthy, wealthy man, as will his heirs, with $44 million over the last 2 years. And then you just decide what you're going to do going forward. If he's unwilling to make a long-term deal, then you have to go elsewhere next year because you can't tag him again. But it's really rather cut and dried. For Kirk, it's an issue of, do I want long-term security, or do I want to take my $44 million, having made my fortune, and then go out on the market next year and see what comes?
Bill, thank you. Really, it's a win-win for Kirk Cousins, or so you would think. But if you're Washington, how do you handle it, Tom?
Well, I'm going to do the smart thing, and I'm going to take Bill's advice. I'm going to do the same thing.
That's always the smart thing.
I'm going to franchise him. Look, I like Kirk Cousins. Is he Andrew Luck? Maybe not. But the economics of the sport tell you that in 2017, a starting quarterback is worth this. You can win with him. They won the 2015 NFC East Division Championship. Can you win a Super Bowl with him? Maybe. We'll find out. He still has that ill-timed interception gene that I'd like to see him grow out of. But overall, I think he's a fine player.
It's a lot of money. He'd be getting a lot of money, and over the course of 2 years, you're earning a lot of money, yes. But there's one mentality I don't want to mess with, and I don't want to mess with my quarterback's mentality. I'd like him to just focus on the game, the team, the receivers, everybody there, the organization, feeling secure that the organization wants me here, Wendy, and I'm here for not only this year, but years down the road. I think players in the locker room can think, you know, how do they really feel about you, Kurt? I mean, it's just one more year. Can you bring free agent receivers in and say they lose Deshaun Jackson if he isn't there after this year? Another receiver coming in, okay, Kirk's a good quarterback, and I'm sure he'll be able to get me the ball, but how long is he going to be here? So maybe I don't want to play for an organization that possibly in 2 years doesn't have a quarterback to get me the ball. So there's a lot of things, and I understand how Kirk Cousins can compartmentalize this and just play 1 year, but that emotion that comes out of him, you know, you like that, and how you like me now, that type of stuff, he feels it. You know, that's when it's raw and real for him. So I just want him focusing on being the guy there for years to come.
Well, we talked about this earlier in the week. The cardinal rule in this situation is, what's the alternative?
Right.
You know, that's a big check to write, but he's earned it according to the market. And I'm not sure if I'm the Redskins, I want to look at what else. I'm not sure there's a better alternative right now.
If not Kirk, then who?
Right,
I mean,
and that's the question you have to ask. Cousins, by the way, has set the franchise record for passing yards in each of the last 2 seasons.